Here in your physical body, life causes you to explore and to evaluate. That's just who you are, and to consider and to, most important, come to conclusions of your preferences. And that matters so much. Most of you do not give yourself enough credit for the preferences that are born in you. You want to yield to what others think rather than understand the power of your own desires that are coming from your life experience. So when that preference radiates from you, we often call it a rocket of desire, because it shoots out when you're least expecting it, and usually when there is some sort of contrast that really is clarifying for you what you don't want, which also clarifies what you do want. And so this vibration radiates from you while usually you're not able to maintain it, because it's not the frequency that you usually hang around in. It's like a little sort of mini quantum leap where the situation has just caused you to know for a moment what you want. And when that rocket of desire radiates, your inner being understands it fully, embraces it fully, becomes it fully, holds the vibrational frequency of it fully and forever for you. Now that rocket, as it emanates, you can't see it or hear it or smell it or taste it or touch it. You can feel it if you're paying attention, but it is a vibrational beginning of a creation that has not evolved enough that you can actually see it or hear it or smell it or taste it or touch it, while you may very well know it. So we've been wanting to create a scenario where you can accept the reality and the importance of that desire that is coming forth from you, and how it is received by your inner being, and by the focus of your inner being, held in a vibrational, you could call it a holding place, you could call it a gestation place, you could call it a place of well-being. We've been calling it your vortex. It's this non-place but state of being where all of your desires are vibrational and real, and because of the attention of your inner being, continuing to evolve, not so different from the gestation of the baby in the womb. And as these rockets that you are emanating continually are received and understood by your inner being, they are an important part of you, because you gave birth to them. And while you mostly as humans aren't ready to recognize them as reality, they are. In fact, this vortex is a reality that is more real than any reality that you have allowed yourself to manifest. So today we want to talk not only about how this vibrational reality, how robust it is, and how full of so many things that you care about are, but how you go about, by your deliberate and intentional focus, by utilizing your guidance system, how you go about turning those thoughts to things, witnessing the evolution, the never-ending evolution. Just like a lot of life happened before you actually launched that rocket, a lot of that rocket of desire, a lot of that becoming is going to become before it is obvious to you that it is becoming. But you could, if you knew what you were doing, you could observe it in its earlier stages, and you could enjoy it in all of its becoming before it bursts out into the manifested scene. And this is what we want so much for you to understand, because the majority of your life is about that part of it. You say, I want this, and then you often remain in a state of dissatisfaction until you see it. And your attitude is, I'll believe that when I see it. And we want you to come to know you've got to believe it before you see it. And the more you believe in it, because you're basing it on a different criteria than its full manifestation, oh, you can see plenty of full manifestations by looking around at what is already created. But there's no juice in what's been created. The juice is in what's becoming. And your satisfaction in life is always about you being conscious and aware of the becoming. You are creators. You are creators. And you are interested in creating, and you think that you are creators who are interested in creations, but you are not. You are creators who are interested in creating, because it is the in the moment, hands-on, hands in the clay, conscious awareness, clarity of the creating that is where the satisfaction is, you see.